Okay? Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good, everyone. We're good. All right. Anyway, Bone, Maid, how are you doing tonight? Sorry about that. Just a bit of technical issues. For once, not with the game. For once, it isn't the game. This is my fucking stream setup. Being a fucking dick. So heads up. There might be a bit of a stream on Tuesday. Don't even bother. Don't even bother showing up. I got the capture card in, and I just need to test how and if it works. It's just a technical test. It's just a test run. Literally no entertainment value. It's just me making sure everything's working. Might do a mic test. Might do a cam test. Do a sync test, and then we'll swap between the consoles. What I will say, though, is that I had an issue. I couldn't get my Switch dock working, so I thought I was going to have to buy a new Switch dock. Well, turns out that I might have just been hooking it up wrong, ran a new test, had to hunt down my damn Switch cord, and I did get it working. So good news on that, at the very least. I don't need to buy a new Switch dock. Did buy new Joy-Cons, because I was starting to get drift in my left Joy-Con. But anyway, that's good. And I should be able to stream off Switch. Theoretically, I should be able to stream off of any console I actually have, provided I turn off the HDCP on the PS5, because PS5 makes you manually turn it off. I think it's actually an issue with Japanese copyright law, which is fucking awful. I think it's a Japanese copyright law is why they have to have HDCP, but you can turn it off, and so that'll be pretty good. That'll be okay. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to run a little test about that. The stream is not going to be amusing. It's just going to be me plugging in and unplugging cords and seeing how to stream and maybe doing a sync test or something. So don't even bother show up on that. But here's a fun thing. I'd been playing Fire Emblem Engage. And so I was like looking all around for the power cord for my Switch. And I'm like, where's my goddamn power cord, right? So, turns out the answer is my power cord was plugged in to a fucking outlet already, because I was using it to charge my damn Switch, because I always keep it in handheld mode. Yeah, so I did a stupid. I'm like, oh, right, that's right. I had it plugged in the entire time. Swear to God, I try to watch and it just stays zero fucking loading screen. Yeah, I just had it plugged into an outlet the entire time because I keep it in handheld mode, and I'm like, God damn it, there's gotta be a way to plug this Switch in, so I'm like digging through my boxes of cords and shit, and I'm like, damn it, and I found like several Nintendo plugs, but they're for like the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U. I'm like, where's this fucking Switch cord? It's just in my goddamn wall outlet. Oh, I spent like 30 minutes fucking up like everything in the room. Just like scouring all my shit, looking through all my cords. It was just there the whole time. Then I had to clean up after myself, which was not fun. Switch dock started acting up, had to unplug and plug it. Yeah, the Switch is a good console, and that there is actually a lot of good games on the Switch, surprisingly enough, but it's a bad console, and that it is fucking cheaply made. Like, every part of it is just, like, so goddamn breakable. No sleeping, no getting distracted by cooking and then showering, only to come back to an ended stream. Gonna watch it. It's okay, mate. You got shit going on. I get it. I live and breathe by the unplug plug method to fix working stuff. Yeah, I think the issue was I was trying to use an AC adapter because there's an AC adapter plug when I should have probably... The problem has probably been the power cord the entire time. So that's good. So I'm just going to run a quick PS5, Twitch, Xbox One test. Maybe like boot up a game with it, do a little sync test. It's not going to be worth watching. Genuinely, no one show up the night I decide to test it. Like, straight up, the most you'll watch is like me fucking around in P5 dancing for like 3 minutes, and that's it. Anyway, I was checking our supplies in the cargo hold. Something's not right. Not right? What do you mean? Someone's been into the emergency stash of food. Mission and I asked everyone, but no one seems to know anything about it. You might want to check out the food stores the next time you're in the cargo hold. I'll watch. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I'm not even going to announce it. I'm not going to announce it. I'm not going to tell anyone I'm doing it. I'm just going to fuck around, get it done, and then I'm turning it off. So, don't even expect, like, chat interaction. It might happen, it might not, honestly. I might not even bother. Like, so, just giving you a warning, ignore the Tuesday stream. Anyway, so, you remember last time, we warped over here. I get notified every time you stream, so I'm not saying people won't know. I know that people get notifications when I stream. What I'm saying is, don't bother. What I'm saying is, it's not gonna be worth watching. Anyway, yeah, if you remember last time, I warped to Yavin, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why can I go to Yavin? I never knew this game had Yavin before. See how we're in Yavin? I found this out. Have you considered Ghostwire Tokyo on PS5? I have not considered Ghostwire. I thought Ghostwire Tokyo looked really cool, and then, like, Sphere Hunter did a review of it, and I'm like, oh, this does not look like a game I would want to play, so I kind of lost interest. Was it Sphere Hunter? I think it was Sphere Hunter. And I'm like, this does not look like a game I would want to play after all. Like, I thought it had, like, a cool aesthetic, and then I found out it was, like, a first-person shooter, and I'm like, oh, I'm out. I'm like, I have nothing against first-person shooters, but I'm not into that vibe. I'm not into it. Anyway.
Yes, what's on your mind?
So I was like, what the fuck is Yavin, right? I look into it. Apparently, this was DLC. I didn't even know the original Xbox had DLC. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I thought DLC was like a fucking, like 7th generation, invention. I know the Dreamcast had DLC, but that was like, the fucking Sega consoles were like 20 years ahead of everything else everyone was doing. So like, yeah, no, this was DLC apparently for an original Xbox game. Crazy. Fucking baffling to me. So, get ready to explore this, but apparently it's just a merchant. That was me when I played Mach and X and realized it was a hack and slash game in the first place. Thankfully, Atlas remade it on PS2 in third person. Do you know anything about this place?
I don't really know much about this place. Sorry.
They did not bother to record dialogue lines for Yavin, apparently.
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead.
I love Sphere Hunter, and I had the
It
same
seems fate
preconception, but after
or
trying it, I was
force is
satisfied to
driving us
see this
into a
very short play
confrontation with
experience.
the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi Strike team that boarded Revan.
No, Sphere Hunter's
I
great.
did not kill Revan, however.
But killing Revan is what you're famous for.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both.
I mean, it might be worth considering on, like, discount, but honestly, I'm kind of not. I'm not super invested. The one thing I will say is that, like, and I've said this like 5 times, so I'm just gonna go through it. I looked through all of the PS5 games. Not a single fucking one interests me. Yeah, no, not a single PS5 game it interests me at all. Demon's Souls comes the closest, but I'm not paying $70 for a game I already own. And I know that the Atelier Marie and the Final Fantasy 16 are going to be like PS5 exclusives, but I know they're like timed exclusives, so they're just coming to PC anyway. So it's like there's fucking nothing. Like it comes to the point that I brought up earlier. I know I'm not really playing the game, but I also kind of have to read occasionally outside. But like it comes up to the point lately where I was like, name a franchise, name an iconic video game franchise that was created since the Xbox One, PS4 era. Like, for Xbox One, PS4 era up into PS5 Series X. Like, name a new, iconic, well-selling franchise that has come out since then. And the only two that we were ever to come up with were Judgment and Horizon, which is, like, 2 in, like, over 10 years. We could only come up with 2 franchises. Where if I asked you to do it from like the PS3 360 era, you could rattle 5 off easily, right? If we go to the fucking Xbox, original Xbox PS2 era, you'd have no problems. PS1, fucking N64, easy shit, right? Like any other generation, you could do this without any fucking effort. But like since we hit like PS4, Xbox One, it's just been like a steady decline in sort of like the quality of gaming, but also like the quality of like new franchises. Like everything is just like recycled IPs, which it's great, honestly, because like I'm okay with getting sequels to games I like. That's fine. That's not the argument. But like nothing new is coming out, and I've been ever since like the PS4 generation. It's been 10 years. And it's like, because I felt like disenfranchised with like the PS4. We're just gonna call it the PS4 generation because really nothing much came out on Xbox One, right? But I felt like disenfranchised with like modern video games, for instance, the PS4 era. Like usually 1, maybe 2 games, if I'm lucky, will come out in a year that I actually give a shit about. Ever since like the PS4 era started, and I thought it was like, is it a me problem or what's going on? But it's like, no, it's like video games, at least like mainstream AAA video games, seem like they have been going downhill. And like most of the games I'm interested in, are like way older than that, or like pre PS4 era. And like of course there are still like franchises that are coming out that are still like getting like added onto, but like nothing new is coming out is kind of what I'm saying. And so like at the current rate, like I always say, like so much anime comes out in the year that I'll theoretically never be able to watch every anime I'll ever want to. But like if video games continue in the way like at the rate they're going, I think it is actually viable that at some point I may play every game I've ever wanted. Oh yeah, the PS5 is fucking huge. It's smaller than I thought it would be, but it's still a pretty long little console. What else did you expect from the Sith?
True, I suppose. And yet the outcome of that battle was unexpected. To all of us. Revan's end was unforeseen. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember,
there is a lot of diversity on the 360 and the PS3.
They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my
like there was an FPS boom at the time, but there were a lot of not FPS games that came out. And also that doesn't overcome the fact that no new franchises, like basically no new franchises have come out since then.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Tell me how you joined the Jedi then.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
Discouraged? Why?
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
The moment I realized I didn't like COD-style FPS games, I felt like there... Okay, well, there's, like, Assassin's Creed. There was Dark Souls. I'm just going down my own shelf. There's, like, Dead Space. There's Overlord, Prince of Persia. There's Prototype, Mass Effect, Resonance of Fate. I'm literally just reading games I own. Argarist War, Saints Row, Fable... Bayonetta, Ashura's Wrath, Armed Core, Dead Island, Stick of Truth was on 360, like... We're entering the video game generation of remakes, remasters, continuations. Companies just have more money and pre-established names and don't want to risk making new things. Yeah, it all comes back to the problem that video games are just too expensive to make with modern graphics. And if gamers keep wanting graphics pushed and developers just can't keep up with it. And now games are getting too big to fail, which is why I think we are seeing a sort of like booming indie scene. And we'll probably continue to see a booming indie scene going forward. Because, like, indie games are going to start becoming, because the limits of where graphics are, but also, like, the, like, cost of making what used to look, astounding goes down, we're going to start to see, like, higher quality indie games, that really help, like, live and thrive in sort of niche genres. And a lot of, like, indie games will be, like, maybe, like, semi-experienced devs to unexperienced devs who, like, grew up playing games of specific niche genres that they're now sort of catering to, and sort of, like, trying to, like, create, like, spiritual ties to. So we're going to see some people, like, cutting their teeth and not fully understanding, like, game design principles. But... and we already are kind of seeing that, but booming indie scene, I keep saying booming, I'm trying to, like, the expanding indie scene, is, I think, really where, like, is going to be, like, a real bastion of, like, originality in gaming coming over the next 2 years. Like, one of the games we played relatively recently was, what was it called? It was the horror game, Tormented Souls, which is sort of like a callback to, like, Resident Evil, Silent Hill type games. And, like, yeah, there's some, like, rookie shit in there that, like, you wouldn't have gotten in, like, a professional, like, AAA development. But for, like, an indie title, it had some really strong graphics, right? Like, it's more than serviceable. And we're just going to see, like, continuous increases in quality of indie games over the coming years, especially as these, like, indie studios sort of get names for themselves, making their niche titles, and they start expanding, and they start improving and learning what companies did in the past. So I'm really excited for the indie scene coming up, but my expectations for AAA studios are not very high, especially because a lot of AAA studios just aren't landing it like they used to. You aren't allowed to love?
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things.
You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
Who weren't you on good terms with?
I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her in the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken.
You never tried to get in touch with your father again?
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
Are you saying you no longer feel love?
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
Anyway, indie games. Buy indie games. Support your local indie devs.
How can I help? Then I said...
Because AAA studios are just going to keep going with whatever IPs work. Can I be honest? I never really liked Juhani, and it's largely this is gonna hold on to your horses. It's largely because her cat appearance I don't find very attractive. There, I said it. I fucking said it.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted toward you.
Pretty sure I romanced her once, though.
It was wrong of me.
You thought the dark side had consumed you. It is nothing.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
I mean, she's a cool character, but I was never particularly fond of her. The indie scene is indeed popping off, even though I'm a Lonely Solo Gamer 2021, made an indie Game of the Year with It Takes Two. Sexist. That's not sexism. If she was an ugly man, I still wouldn't like her. Don't worry, Juhani. I forgive you.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How'd you come to be a Jedi?
How I came to be
This
a
is the
Jedi?
same answer that everyone...
I'm sure you would not find it very interesting.
I got kidnapped as a kid.
Sure you would like
The
to...
Jedi are just a fancy cult. Yes, please continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years.
But what if she was an attractive man? Then I would like her character a lot more.
Especially where I lived.
Have you seen how we treat Karth? Where did you live? Wait. What is the Cathar homeworld like?
It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on.
I'm starting to think these.
My parents had
That
long
was
fled
actually
from
a general theme back in Expanded Universe, is that maybe the Jedi weren't as good as everyone thought they were.
That I was raised on.
It's also heavily pushed with the KOTOR and especially KOTOR 2 games. Like a huge through line in KOTOR 2 and touched on a little bit in KOTOR 1 is the light side of the Force actually better than the dark side of the Force?
It was very easy for a child.
There's a bit of philosophy talked about in these games.
By their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Then how did you gain entrance to the Order?
When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything.
But remember, none of this is canon anymore. Jedi are fucking angels that save everyone, and everyone loves the Jedi.
Enamored.
Enamored?
They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of
I think you have to ignore Clone Wars, though.
To make a real difference as the Jedi were. The foolish delusion.
Because Clone Wars also shows the flaw that but Clone Wars was intended for Expanded Universe.
I left my world.
I am baffled that Disney decided of all things to keep Clone Wars, because Clone Wars did not shy away from Expanded Universe material.
Before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it. Or not completely.
Thank Disney for the new canon. Oh fuck. Disney ruined Star Wars.
But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing all right?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking
I won't deny that there was a lot of expanded universe stuff that was kind of terrible, but a lot of it was also really good.
I still feel it.
Perhaps you need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company...
I would say Expanded Universe was probably about 50-50. I'd say about, like, a solid half of it was good. If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance.
I want to see what's about it. Have either of you seen the Star Wars Holiday Special? Because you can find it on YouTube, and I was like, I'm going to look up the Star Wars Holiday Special. See if it's as bad as people say it is.
Of course.
It is. It's pretty bad. Actually, I was surprised. I'm not the least bit invested in Star Wars. I just like hating on Disney from time to time. You know what? Fucking fair. You know who else is not invested in Star Wars? Me. Anymore. After Disney bought Star Wars and was like, all this old cool shit, it's gone now. Except Clone Wars. We're keeping Clone Wars, and I'm like, why? Why specifically Clone Wars?
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk about your brother.
Don't worry.
Ah, fuck, I accidentally challenged Mission to a game of Pazak. Alright. Alright, take your bets. Who's gonna win, me or Mission? Let's go. I want some bets in the chat. Me or Mission? Who's gonna win? If you guess right, I'll give you 1,000 fun bucks. All right, even split. Once I remember how to give fun bucks. You know what? I could just edit your point total. That is going to be the easiest way to do it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. We got a game going. All right. I hit the wrong button. Oh, God. I hit the wrong button. That's okay. I would have hit the button anyway. I still would have fucking lost, so it doesn't matter. All right. Here we go. Wow. Holy shit. I almost feel like I should give Maid 2,000 points for that. I got fucking viscerated in that battle. That wasn't even close. Alright, alright. 1,000. Make that a 7. Done. Fucking God. That was brutal. That was fucking vicious. That was crazy. I didn't even get a point. Oh, Mission, you too good at that. I'm not convinced she's not cheating.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Damn, I didn't even know it was happening. I spent like 30 minutes battling her in a game of Pazak, and I lost like 20 times, and my attempt was just to beat her one time. I remember you lost a mission before, so I could bet against it. Yeah, it was a pretty safe bet, because I think you remember the 20 matches where I just tried to get one win. Mission's a fucking nightmare. I don't want to talk to the kid. Hold up. Let's see. Let's talk to Canderous. That's Jolene. Canderous, you got any cool war stories?
Yeah, what do you want?
You got any cool war stories?
You want another war story, huh?
I love Canderous. Canderous is awesome.
Some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
We got fucking vampires out there! Wait. That's not canon. But wait, it was. We got fucking vampires! How much of that was chance? It's like... most of it. Most of it. It's kind of like blackjack mixed with poker, right? So you're trying to get to 20, and then you have cards, and you have like a side deck of cards that get shuffled, and then you get 5 random cards that you have. And then the idea is that it plays like blackjack, and at any point you can drop whatever number. You can use one of the cards in your hand to add to the total to try and get you as close to 20 as possible, but you don't ever get more cards in your hand. So it's like I would say it's mostly luck, but it would be wrong to say there isn't any skill involved in it. But yeah. But yeah, most of the time I lose to Mission. It's not because I make a bad choice. It's because Mission just gets better cards than I do. Like I've seen Mission get to a 20 just by getting dealt double 20s before. Like her RNG is fucking bonkers. And I think that's probably how the difficulty of Pazak is decided. Is I think they decide how powerful an opponent is, and then the RNG favors their cards more than yours to make them more difficult, is how I assume it works. I don't know for sure. Yeah, mission's a nightmare, but my goal is to beat everyone in Pazak once, and so far we have. So what do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy.
I am familiar.
Playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells. And the pirates were using them for cover.
Isn't that...
I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Did it backfire?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts.
That's crazy.
Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story.
Oh, I wonder if he met a Yu Zhong Vong.
If we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice.
You know what? I hope Disney
Yeah, what
brings
do
the Yuzong Vong back. They were fucking awesome.
You're...
Don't be cowards, Disney. Bring back the Yuzong Vong. Oh, right, we have to find our stowaway. Strangely, the food storage have been disturbed recently. No one in the party would have done this. There must be some other explanation. Examine the food supplies more closely. There are no half-eaten or torn packages to indicate that theft was from pests or vermin. It looks more like an unknown person has been conducting clandestine raids on your stores. Adam Sandler's clique is on TV. You gonna watch it? Whoever the thief was, they managed to avoid detected by you and your companion so far. Maybe a thorough search of the ship will reveal the stowaway. Hey, shout out to Bastila being unable to fucking psychically detect a fucking stowaway. Great job, Chief of Security Zalbar. Oh, hey, right, that's right, Johanny. You're also a goddamn Jedi. What, you can't detect a small girl? You think you hear the soft patter of footsteps behind you, but they disappear when you listen or something. Who's gonna watch a Sandler movie? It isn't that. I remember John's really into Click, I think. I think John's a big Click fan. You hear soft patter footsteps behind, but when you stop to listen, they disappear. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you, little girl. You hear footsteps. They sound like they're coming from the cargo hold. Hello, child. This, Nabed. This kid speaks a language I don't know. A little girl, where did you come from? For the record, I think Raven Umbrea speaks like 30 languages. So the fact that this kid is just spouting off at some bullshit she doesn't get is like, yo, kid, what the fuck are you saying? I don't understand what you're saying. I still don't understand you. She frowns and looks at you helplessly. Oh, that's Sasha. Can you tell me your name? The girl looks at you oddly puzzled. Point to yourself. My name is Rayan Umbrea. You are? Try to learn Sasha's strange language. Many of the words you're speaking are Mandalorian. Mandalori, that's your word for Mandalorian, so you do know of them. I can understand, but are you a Mandalorian child then? I really like Click, but I think 50 First Dates is better. I know my grandma's really into 50 First Dates. 50 First Dates is an okay movie. A little weird with the ending. Now, I had someone point out how weird the fucking ending is, and I'm like, you know what? 50 First Dates, it's a weird fucking ending. You know what I like is, this is controversial, I really like Waterboy. I like the Waterboy. So you're human. You learned the words from somewhere, though. Where are you from, Sasha? Terrace? The girl looks at you quizzically, not understanding. Try to learn Sasha's strange language. La Fisa, everything is safe, is that it? Wait, Bristag, what is that? Points at things random. Bristag me Lafsa. It's a thing somewhere around here. Swishing sound. Bristag means starship, doesn't it? Bristag, Sasha ni Iswan in Brustag. Brustag me Lafsesa. Lafesa is safe, is that it? Points to the service panel. You sleep there? La Festa means sleep?
Kipuna, bona na kichu.
The panel, all of this is your home. La Festa means home.
Kipuna, bona na kichu.
Iswoon, na Iswoon?
Dong abuk shami no nok.
I see you or you see me?
Dong abuk shami no nok.
You're hiding. Na Iswoon is hide.
Dong ki ba non tontek.
I didn't get all that, but sure.
Selima wanga kun bikin.
Sasha is hiding in the starship. The starship is home. I understand.
Mucho shakapaka.
You said before, what is Goondisen?
Mucho shakapaka.
The girl laughs and points. For the record, I think this is canon. This is you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. We are, right now, ever since the start of this playthrough, we are establishing our own Star Wars canon. This is our canon. This is stream canon, alright? Everyone understand? So this is very canon, alright? This is what happened. We all know in our new Star Wars canon that Raven and Brea did this, alright? Understood. But what I meant is, like, even in Expanded Universe, I feel like this is still in character for someone who speaks, like, 30 languages to encounter a young girl who's speaking gibberish and be like, hold up, I'm a polyglot, I can figure this shit out, I'm gonna learn gibberish. And then proceeds to teach themselves gibberish. Something about me, yes, but what? The girl smiles and pats her chest. Gundi-san, me. It's something like, yes, Gundi-san means you like it.
Mucho shakapaka.
You like me, I understand.
Selima wanga
In stream
kun
canon,
bikin.
did Han shoot first? Of fucking course he did. Nah, Beds, you said that when I first found you.
Kipuna.
The girl slaps her
bona na
head.
kichu.
Abeds, me Abeds. Abeds means hit, is that it?
Kipuna, bona na kichu.
As far as I'm concerned, Star Wars stream canon equals true canon. Hell yeah! Literally more canon than Disney. So Abeds is to hurt. Nabeds means not hurt, is that it?
Dong ki ba non tontek.
Yabu Nabeds. I understand. No, I won't hurt you.
Dong ki ba
Mia
non
wants
tontek.
Kesta Yam Nagis. Whew. Okay. Greedo's shooting is so weird in the newer cuts. My uncle got like some 4K Star Wars box set and they have edited that scene so it goes by so fucking fast you can't even tell he shoots. That might actually be the way to solve the problem, honestly, but just let Han shoot first. Like, Yum, what kind of word is that?
Dong abu
The girl
shami
seems
no
puzzled.
nok.
She points elsewhere on the ship. Yum, Mia wants Kesta Un Yum. I'm pretty sure that when I first watched New Hope, I'm pretty sure Han did shoot first. When did they make the change? I'm pretty sure when I watched it on TV, I'm pretty sure Han shot first. It's part of the ship, a room?
Mucho shakapaka.
She mimics the app to look like she's chewing on something. Oh, it's food. Yum is food.
Selima wanga kun bikin.
1997 is when they made the change. I would have seen it after 1997. But it was on broadcast television, so not network television. So it may have been broadcasting the old VHS version. So they might have been broadcasting pre-change. Miwat's Kesta Kunyam na geese. Na geese, is that all one phrase?
Kipuna.
The girl thinks for a
Bona na
moment, then steps
kichu.
downward several times with her phrase. Mi keepsa na geese. Na geese means floor?
Kipuna.
She covers her mouth with a
Bona na
hand.
kichu.
Ma keepsi na geese. You're not speaking now. Na geese means now. Na geese is not now or before.
Kipuna, bona na kichu.
Magis Mia wants Kesta Wunyam Nagis. You want some food now, you're hungry.
Dong ki ba non tontek.
Tabbed you? What do you mean?
Mucho
The girl points at
shakapaka.
her mouth. Yabu Kapsi tabbed me Yuba. I'm supposed to speak about what? She points at you. Yabu tabbed ba yuba. So tabbed means tell me about. I get it. Do you remember Han talking to Jabba? No. No. Because that only happens post 1997 cuts. Communicate with Sasha in her language. Why are you hiding in my ship? Sasha na iswungin verstag. You came to the ship before. You were very scared. Why? You left the Mandalorians and hid here on the ship. You don't want to leave. The Ebon Hawk is your home. You sleep here on the ship? She points to the nearby service panel. You understand that she's been sleeping in the ship's repair ducts. Why are you scared of the Mandalorians? Hootbod is Mandalori. They took you before and hurt you? The Mandalorian ship wasn't home. You didn't like it. You sleep here on the ship, Yabu Sting Ing Bristag? Okay, the Ebon Hawk is not your home, Sasha. Not your first home, anyway. Bristag na Sasha Leafas. Tell me about your home before. Tab me Sasha Lafesa Nagagis. The girl thinks for a long moment. Dantween me Lafasa na Nugis. There's someone there who will take you home. Lur Arka Kesta Wu Yu Lafsa. She seems uncertain. Mi polka Lafsa, mi polka Dantween. Yes, you can go home. No, if Lur Arka is still there, we'll see. The girl seems but says nothing. Alright, cool. Okay, so we have now learned gibberish. We're so fucking smart that we taught ourselves a gibberish. Oh, right, we actually have to leave the ship. Excelsior! Alright, first off, Bastila and Karth. Let's bring anyone... Let's bring Juhani. No, hold on. We're gonna bring Bastila and Karth. That's how Pig Latin was started. I think the idea is she's basically speaking Mandalorian Pig Latin. How do I get the fuck back in? Alright, we're gonna walk in and out a bunch of times. We're gonna pull up Juhani. We're gonna pull up Mission. And right now, we're just gonna get everyone's level up. Boy, Mandalorian sounds an awful like the alien shopkeeper ladies. It's a related language. Wait, what is Juhani? She's a guardian. Oh, she's a soldier? Maybe? She's a blue lightsaber? She has a stealth skill of 5, and it's not even a class skill for her. Let's go awareness to 10. Then feats. Now, if I wanted to... Yeah, she is a... Okay. If I wanted to, I would actually pump... 2-weapon fighting! Also, I thought Mandalorians were a tribe, not a race of aliens. They're both, actually. The original Mandalorians were a group of aliens, and what happened was called the Tarong, I think, something like that, something starting with a T. And they looked a lot like their masks, for the record. And what they did is they were huge warrior races. They, like, attacked and kidnapped people and, like, brought their planets under the Mandalorian fold. And then that developed into a tribe of, like, not not alien, like Mandalorians, but, like, other races of Mandalorians. And then they eventually became sort of like a multi species fighting force. Like, the original Mandalorians were aliens, but, like, anyone under the Mandalorian banner becomes Mandalorians, because the Mandalorians don't super care whether you're like whether you're of the same alien, right? I feel a little bad about giving absolutely fucking everyone 2-weapon fighting, but it's just so practical. And so I'm doing it. Let's see. I should give her Cure since she's a light side user. Level up. Attributes, bring her strength to 14. Always a good choice. Skills will bring her treat injury to 10. Powers, she has Affect Mind, which is useless because she can't use it. She has Stun. She has Affliction. She has Force Shield. Force Resistance. We should get her Stun Droid, actually, because Stun Droid's really useful. Level her up to 8. What are her other class skills? Just treat injury and awareness. Alright, fuck it. We'll give her stealth skill of 6. Feats, give her another point in weapon fighting. Better thing I'd get on Google. Looking up anything Mandalorian to get the show. Yeah. I want to say they're the Tarong or something. The Tarong. By the way, what I'm saying now is probably not canon anymore. So do be aware of that, I guess. Can't go to Killjoy till level 12. Could go Affliction, which... Affliction is just poison? Yeah, Affliction is poison. What's Plague do? That's actually not that good. Plague has a DC of 100. Here, I'll see if I can't find them real quick. The Tong. They're called the Tong. Yeah, here they are. I tried to type in Tarong and they didn't actually show up. But yeah, they're the Tong right here. So these are the Mandalorians. And yeah, so basically they created, like, they were the original Mandalorian race, and then they brought in more people into the fold, and then that became the sort of, like, Mandalorian clan. Like, as they, like, conquered other civilizations and stuff, they became the anyone who became part of the Mandalorian, like, anyone who came under control of the Tongs became part of the Mandalorians. So, but like I said, I'm not sure any of this is canon anymore. No, according to canon, the Tong were an ancient sapient species of core world planets Coruscant. The day Tong's Day was named for the species. The Bexid, a traditional Mandalorian sword, was based on the ancient Tong design. The Tong and Zell Company, a student group at this University of Coruscant, shared its name with the species. So yeah, no, they're not canon anymore. I mean, like, they're canon in that there is a species called the Tong, but they're not canon in that the Tong are no longer the creators of the Mandalorians. Anytime I say anything about Star Wars with any degree of authority, just assume what I have said is not canon anymore. Assume I was right like 10 years ago. Alright, 5 points. She should have a point in computer use. Jahani, I'm going to give you... Oh, Jahani is a blue lightsaber person. I'm going to give you a red lightsaber. Yeah! Yeah, never forget the lore of the dark side. Yeah! Alright, let's go back on the ship. Now, from what I understand, this is just like a big merchant vessel, so what we're actually going to do here is... Who was that? That was Jahani and Mission, right? So what we're actually going to do here is we're not going to equip anyone with anything. Computer use level 12. 12. Demolitions 2. So, Zach, when Atlas releases Persona 6, what names do you think are going to be repeated? It took me a second to fully get where that comes. I'm feeling Makoto for some reason. Don't know where I'm getting that one from, but I think Makoto might show up. Oh, shit. We also have to retroactively ruin another character's name. So, God, how bad? My gut reaction was Ikichi. Gut reaction was Ikichi. It's coming back. We're doing it again. Alright, Zalbar, level time. Like how Lisa's nicknamed Ginkgo and Madame Ginkgo. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I forget she's called Ginkgo, honestly.
I'm here.
Alright, we're now going to replace everyone. So, alright, who's ready to check out some original Xbox DLC? Actually, hold up. Who's ready to check out some original Xbox DLC? This is going to be cool, because I did not know. I did not know the original Xbox had DLC. So this is going to be an experience. I thought this might have been cut content that got it added back with the with the mod. For the record, I'm using a patch. I'm not using the restoration patch. I wanted to specifically play as close to the original Xbox version as possible. There is a restoration patch. Maybe one day I'll give it a try. But I wanted to specifically play as close to the Xbox as possible. Who is that? What do you want? I recognize your ship. Davix, isn't it? But who are you? You new or something? Yes, I'm new, very new. You don't sound like a Trondeshian, and you're not one of Davik's. Who are you? What do you want? I quick saved, right? I did quick save? Can you force persuade through a fucking door? I do work for Davik. Yes, and now I do. No, wait, what the? I thought you might be, but no. Davik's gone now. Destroyed on terrace. His people are all gone, too. So who are you? This is the first person I've ever failed to force persuade that did not... That did not immediately realize it was a forced persuasion on failure. Open this door, I'm your friend. Yes, I'll open the door for you, friend. Fuck yes! Force powers! Force powers! There we go. Never stop manipulating people's brains with your fucking force energy. Never stop. That is how good guys behave. My hero Obi-Wan did that. Should we give Bastila a red Jedi Knight outfit? We have her in blue, but her outfit's... Jedi Mike. We have her in blue. Okay, it really is just a color swap, and her default outfit's actually red. So I think we're going to swap her to the red Knight gear. Plus, you know, swapping her to red instead of blue might be a little fitting. Pat the Giska. Hi, Giska. You can kill the Giska on your ship. You can kill 100% of them, and it's only like 1 dark side point per kill. You don't look like I thought you would. Too human. Don't see many of your kind out here at all. Not since the war, at any rate. What brings you here? I seek, I'm on a quest for the Jedi Council. Jedi Council, don't tell me you're Jedi. You sure don't look it. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm their only hope. Only hope, eh? That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. I hope for their sake it's not misplaced. So if you don't mind me saying, what exactly is the Council sending you out to do? I'm trying to defeat Darth Malak. Darth Malak? Never heard of him. Or is he new that Sith Lord, giving the Republic such a hard time now? I've been keeping up on recent news. Why don't you know these things? Well, you see, I'm kind of out of touch with the rest of the galaxy. Haven't left this system in almost 50 years. And this station in the last 5. So you haven't left this system since fucking Exar Kun. Hey, it's not a bad way to live. I have all the gadgets I need to tinker with, and the Smuggers and Trandeshians bring me food and interesting pieces of equipment. Who were Trandeshian? Trandoshans. The Trandoshans? Mercenaries and bounty hunters. Scum, mostly. They look like big, two-legged lizards. Oh, sort of like Rhodians. Nah, nothing like Rhodians. Trandeshians are ugly, disgusting creatures, but you never want to say that to their faces. Rip your head clean off, probably. Why are they here? They found me a couple years ago after the war ended. Usually they don't bargain with people they find alone in abandoned space stations, but we worked out a deal. I'd give them a few of my more applicable interventions at a reasonable price, and they keep me supplied with food and new materials. Worked out well so far, for years, really. With Davik gone, they've been getting ideas, though. Anything? So from what I understand here, is this guy is a merchant that sells you some of the best gear in the game and has the best sell prices. So he's basically the equivalent of Dragon Age 2's black market, but like fucking 5 years before that. I think you have a geese killers. Yeah, I know. Some damn smugglers must have brought them with me and one escaped. Good luck trying to get them all, though. Those things breed like Gizka. If you see any around, just squish the damn thing. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Why? What do you want to do? So fun fact, Yavin is a very important planet to the Sith, but it's also a very important planet in the canon of Star Wars, because I think it was Yavin 4 where they defeat the Emperor, wasn't it? Something like that, because I think that's when the I think that's when the calendar starts over. Something like that. I could be wrong about that. A major battle happens over Yavin 4 in the course of the actual original trilogy. I'll say that. I forget the exact event. I think it is beating the Emperor, but I'm a little dicey. I kind of remember. How did you know Davik? He used to come here every once in a while to trade. He worked for the exchange, big-time smugglers. The Tranishans don't really want to get on his bad side, so they let it go. But now that he's gone, things are a bit more uncertain. Do you know anything about ancient star maps or the Starforge? Never heard of them. There are plenty of artifacts on Yavin 4, but no forges or whatever. If that's all you're interested in, you'll probably want to try another system. Who are the smugglers? Rhodians, Aqualish, Twilix, whatever. They all work in an organization called the Exchange. You might have heard of them. They run smuggling operations all over the galaxy. Weapons, slaves, whatever someone's willing to pay the price for. They found my talents very useful. Like Tranishans, they get me to pay and upgrade what they bring and pay me well for it. They also bring news and supplies. Like to ask something else. Who are the Tranishans? Why are they, what do they want with you? Family a couple of years, answered all this. Ask you a couple questions. Tell me about yourself. Me, I'm nobody doing nothing. I've been in the system for over 50 years before the station was even built. I just sit around all day and tinker with this and that, trying out a few of my ideas. You're an inventor? Maybe a little. I just tinker with stuff I've been lying around the ruins on Yavin 4 that Tranishans or smugglers bring me. Of course, it's usually weapons and things. But I have so many ideas that people haven't seemed to come up with yet. It's really quite astonishing. There's stuff on Yavin 4? Yeah, well, there's old ruins from Exar Kun's war on the moon, but I've been here for over 50 years, and I can tell you it's pretty packed clean by now. If you haven't found it, it's not there. All that's left is rubble. Have you found anything useful? Some things have been tinkering with trying to get working. Mostly I modify things the Tranishans and smugglers bring me to work on. What kind of things do you work on? Oh, all kinds. Weapons, armor, implants, computers. My interests are varied as the field they apply to, which is just about everything, huh? I've scavenged what I could on the ruins of Yavin 4, and I've been tinkering with it for a while. Tell me about this system. Well, this gas giant here is Yavin. I've got a bunch of... See, I never knew Yavin was a gas giant. I've got a bunch of moons around it. The really interesting one is Yavin 4, though. It's been pretty much picked clean. What was on Yavin 4? When Exar Kun started Great Sith War 50 years ago, he used Yavin 4 as a base building and Sith temples there. When he lost, the Republic came and bombed the surface of the planet, showing pretty much everything. Pretty much everything? Well, you can find a few things on surface, some buried from the bombardment, some that look much older. Yeah, I've been there a bunch of times, found pretty much all of this was fine. I took them back here and tinkered with them a bit and got them working or improving them. I have a bunch you can look at if you're interested. Maybe purchase? I'm not gonna force persuade this man. Not right now. Tell me about yourself. Why'd you come here? Yeah, this station is an old Republic supply depot from when they were fighting Exar Kun. Once they destroyed Yavin surface, though, they didn't need it anymore. Once they'd gone, I decided to move in and use the place myself. It's not very roomy, but I think it turned out alright. And it's close to Yavin 4, where I got most of my parts. Nobody comes here except for the smugglers and Tranishans anyway. So I get left alone and I like it. Let's see. So you're from this system? Well, not exactly. See, I'm not as young as I look. You look old as shit. Actually, I'm pretty old by my standards. I've been here since the war, really. Were you in the war? Yeah, the Sith were building a whole bunch of temples in Yavin 4 by Exar Kun's orders, and they needed to build it for them, so they got slaves. Most of the slaves were put to work in the buildings directly, but there are a lot of other things you need to play in working base, weapons for instance. So they forced some Baragwin to work for making weapons. You know Baragwin, right? And I was one of the ones working under the Baragwin. I guess you could say I had a talent for it. The Baragwin I worked for, he took me under his wing and made me his apprentice even. But almost all died when the Republic destroyed the place, so I guess it's useless to think about. Sorry. Who the fuck is the Baragwin? Hey, you don't know who the Baragwin are? They're the best damn weapon merchants in the galaxy. That's who they are. They were traveling and selling art. I don't know who they are, for the record. that one fucking went over in my head. Their weapons are the highest quality you can find here, better than either Republic or the Sith. Do you have any Baragwin equipment? I might have a couple. You want to take a look? Not right now. We're still asking questions. Listening to the alien language of this game repeating the same phrase, it reminds me of this kid I went to school with who claimed he could speak alien from Star Wars. You can. Some people legitimately speak Klingon. That's not from Star Wars, but some people legitimately speak Klingon. Did you get brought here? Say you were a slave? Well, yeah, kinda. More forced labor, really. We worked or we died. Life gets real simple when someone puts it to you like that. We didn't have it near as bad as the ones who were actually building the temples themselves, though. I wouldn't be surprised if a single one saw the temples completed. Tell me about the system. What about the station? I'd like to ask something else. Tell me about the Great Sith War. Not much to tell. Lord Exar Kun tried to take the galaxy. He lost course. They always seem to. Tell me about Exar Kun. Exar Kun was Jedi, to start at least. He came here to Yavin, landed on the fourth moon, the one you see through the window. There were some ancient Sith temples here, and Exar Kun gained terrible powers. He raised the Sith, waged war against the Republic, much like he was hoping today. But Exar Kun was far more powerful than any Sith Lord who had come since. That's not true! That's not true. The very ground trembled beneath his feet when he looked at you. That's not fucking true, dude. Revan is stronger than Exar Kun. Everyone knows it. That's all in the past now. I got my life staying out here, taking the stuff. I found the ruins and the things traditions bring me. Fucking. Also. Well, no, he said come. Wait a minute, this man's like fucking Exar Kun is the strongest Sith that's come since, but also doesn't know about Revan or Malik. So like, this man has no fucking idea who's been Sithing around since Exar Kun's day. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Anyway, no, Revan's for sure stronger than Exar Kun. Like, Revan isn't like the strongest Sith of all time. Like, I wouldn't put her at I wouldn't put Revan at like maybe the level of like Nagasato or what's that one dude? I wouldn't go like Nagasato or God, his name starts with a fucking M. For some reason, all I can think of is a Junta Paul, and it's not a Junta Paul. Who the fuck am I trying to think of? Who the fuck am I trying to... He's one of the ancient Sith Lords. Ah, fuck. It's gonna keep bothering me. Ancient Sith name starts with M? What was this dude's name? Famous Sith Lord. Name starts with an M. What was your fucking name, my dude? What's your fucking name? What was this dude's name? Hold up. Ma something. His name was Marka Ragnos. I was thinking of... Yeah, anyway, Revan's probably not as strong as, like, Marka Ragnos or, like, Nagasato. But, like... Revan's a fucking absolute... Or whoever the fuck the Sith Emperor was, who they kind of, like... Sith... Emperor. Who the fuck was the Sith Emperor? Fuck off. No one cares about your canon bullshit. I am probably thinking of Darth Vitayata or whatever. Because I know I'm not thinking of Crate. Yeah, I'm thinking of Darth Tiata. Yeah, it was Darth Viata. Anyway, yeah, Revan's not as strong as this dude, or, like, Marco Ragnos, or, like, Nagasato, but, like, Revan's stronger than Exar Kun. Like, like, come on. Do you have anything you'd be willing to sell me? I have a few things kicking around the place, stuff the traditions and smugglers brought me to look at, and a few things I've been making for parts. They aren't cheap, though. They pay for a lot for what I can make. Anything I can sell to you, I can't exactly sell to them now. But if you're willing to pay, I got a few more advanced things you can look at. Always working on more, so you can check back some other time if I don't have what you want right now. Have a look. Alright, Light Exoskeleton is a 6 plus 5. That's nuts. With a +1 dex, +1 strength, and upgradable. Holy shit, dude. A relatively new type of power armor. What's the weight on this? Light armor? I can put this fucker on mission. A relatively new type of power-assisted armor. This suit mimics the major muscle movements of the wearer with the mechanical impulses resulting in greater... This is what you paid... See, this is the classic example of, like, a DLC where you buy it and you just get crazy bullshit. Like, this is crazy bullshit that you get for paying... Like, this is pay-to-win armor right here. Buying it. Baragwin Shadow Armor, also light armor, with a 7/4 with a +4 stealth and upgradable. A specialty of the Baragwin, this modified suit has advanced adaptive camouflage technology that when combined with stealth generator allows it to blend in nearly seamlessly with the background when viewed from any direction. It's generally only sold to respectable governments, but a number have found their way into more disreputable distribution channels. Yeah, buy it. Advanced stabilizer, +3 dex, +5 blaster bolt deflection. So first off, you could use this as for a Jedi, but also +3 dex is fucking just insane, because that is a guaranteed modifier increase, and if your dex is at an odd number, that is a possible +2 to your dex mod. These gloves contain an advanced fire control and trajectory analysis system, which links to held ranged weapons. This allows user greater accuracy when aiming their own weapons, and also gives warning when incoming fire would likely hit the wearer. Advanced sensory input, +10 awareness, +2 dex. My god! By assisting the areas of the user's brain dedicated to sensory interpretation, this implant greatly heightens the user's awareness of their surroundings, as well as spatial perception and analysis. Yeah, alright. Holy shit. Advanced biostabilizer implant. Immunity to mind-affecting and poison. With this single implant, I can get rid of my mask and my current implant. Pay for this DLC and never bother with stats again. This detailed microcomputer analyzes the contents of the user's circulatory system, as well as searches and traps nerve transmission rates. It attempts to stabilize the user's system and remove desirable elements. So he said that come back later. So every time we finish a planet, we're coming back here. Like, get ready to see this dude a lot. Buy that. Baragwin Shield. Uses unlimited. A super efficient version of the droid energy shield. The Baragwin version has been modified and customized to be able to run off the power supply of the droid mounting it. While the energy drain on the droid is insignificant, the protection gained is equal, if not superior, to a normal light droid energy shield. Oh my god. Floored. Absolutely floored. Alright, we're gonna save the game. We're about to get some dark side points. Alright, this is our light side level, right here. Do we see it? Do we all see where the light side is? Okay, let's get some dark side points. We're gonna kill this Gaizeka. Alright, how much dark side points did that give me? If I remember, it's like 1. Oh, I actually looked this up on my phone, didn't I? So I might be able to see how much I get per Giska kill. Let's see. KOTOR, Yavin, Strategy Wiki. Here we go. You gain 2 dark side points per Giska kill. So we need to keep track of how many Giskas we kill. We've killed a Giska. Oh, we can only kill 1 Giska. Oh well. Alright, I thought if we would get, like, got too many, like dark side points from that, we were gonna, start cheating. I don't have implant level 3. Oh. I'm level 12. I probably focused on that. Okay. Well, when we get to implant level 3, we'll be able to... Anyway, I was going to start killing a bunch of Giska, but I guess we're going to not do that now. Revan is really short in the cutscenes. Yeah. Yeah. Or Malik is just really fucking big, honestly. How big is, our girl Raven here to Candaris? No, I mean, Candaris is like a fucking... He's like a full-on roided-out Mandalorian, right? So she's not that small, actually. If anything, she's probably pretty tall. She comes up to about the shoulder of a Wookiee. Bigger than Juhani. At the size about? No, probably bigger than Bastila. Probably bigger than Bastila. Just like a head height over. Shorter than Karth, though. So she's probably, like... As a female model, she's like, Revan is probably, like, a tall woman. I'd go... Shorter than Karth by, like, an inch, though. How tall is Karth? We assume Karth is, like... What, 5'10" sounds reasonable? Well, no, because she's also only, like, 2 inches shorter than Candaris. And I have to assume Candaris is a fucking wall of man meat. Unless Candaris is shockingly short. Oh, yeah, fucking... Yeah, like a fucking mile over mission. But Wookiees get to, like, what? Like, 8 feet tall, right? So, like... What is that? Like, slightly under a foot. Yeah, so Revan's gotta be, like, a solid... Like, probably, like, I would almost go, like, maybe... I would put her probably just shy of 6 feet. Is the thing. Like, I think Darth Malik might just be a goddamn basketball player, is the thing about it. Like, Malik might just be gigantic. Because she's near... Because, like, my character's near shoulder height on a fucking Wookiee. Like, that's not short. That's huge. Malik is so dull he can date Rafe and Fate 3. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, because Kandris is a fucking full-blown Mandalorian, and if you compare their height, Revan's like, what is that? 2, maybe 3 inches under him? Like, that is a lot of height. Alright, we're gonna do the boring thing now, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I know everyone's like, get to the fucking video game! We're gonna do the boring thing now. I'm going to equip my party with their equipment. Where he comes up to his chest and she's tall as fuck, yeah. I remember her dead boyfriend. Oh, yes! I do remember. We only have one droid right now. Alright, so we're going to focus on the important characters. Let's start with Bastila. Bastila and Juhani are both Jedi. So we're going to go with Bastila. We're going to give her armor. She can only equip Jedi armor. So we're going to go with the Red Knight gear. She has her yellow lightsaber. CNS is +2 strength, +2 to all. So we're going to give her that. And then head, we can give her +3 will, +2 awareness, +2 will. Let's give her Verpine headband, +3 will, +2 awareness. Actually, hold on. Let's do Revan real quick. Revan is probably going to get the biostabilizer implant. We'll probably just take off the mask, honestly. We might just go mask off for Revan eventually. And we could probably take off Brejik's armband on Raven because, like, realistically, I don't think we can take damage. So, and what is Brejik's armband? Slashing. So if anything, we should give that to Bastila. And then she doesn't have any implants, so then we're going to go on to Karth. We're going to give Karth the best armor we can. Karth's dexterity is at a +3. But if we can get him up 1, it goes to a +9. So, let's go for 5. He can wear heavy armor, right? 10-0. So that's 20. 8-1 is 19. 7-2 is 19. 8-2 is 20. So honestly, the Bronzium Light Battle Armor is better. 6-3 is 19. 7-3 is 20. The Chani armor is okay then. No, 8-3 for Davik. 7-3. 6-4. 5-4. 6-4. 7-4. 6-5. 5-5, 7-5. So actually the Achani fiber armor that we had mission in is a 7-5. So it's actually not as good as the light exoskeleton. But hold on, real quick. Let's pull out all the upgrades. Oh, okay. With the upgrade, it goes to 7. But this also goes to 7. So actually, the exoskeleton is better. But the Bergwin goes to 9-4 with an 8 stealth when upgraded. I wish we had more upgrades, honestly. I would give Mission the Bergwin anyway. Because of the stealth bonus. So what's the best armor we can give Karth without the Bergwin? 4-5, 5-5, 5-5, 6-5, 7-4, 6-4. I think it's the Achani fiber armor, isn't it? Would be 7-5, so it would be... No, because that would be 20. So it is the Davik armor, isn't it? Yeah, because he can only go up to +3, so it doesn't matter if we increase the dex bonus. So it would just be 7-3, so it'd be 20. Yeah, so 8-3. So Davik's armor is the best for Karth right now. And then for dual blasters, I think it is Bendex and Karth's blaster. Because I don't think we found any better blasters. And then we'll give a Mandalorian melee shield and an energy shield. I think I discovered while I've fallen asleep. This is the first time we've done an equipment change in like 4 streams. Reflexes +2, bludgeoning, all +2, fortitude 2, fortitude 3, stealth generator. There's no reason to do that. Let's go adrenaline amplifier. And then for head, awareness 2, power blast. Awareness 4, not usable by Wookiees. Will 2, sonic resistance. Stealth 8, will 3, awareness 2. Let's give him a Verpine. Then con 1, dex 1, mind affecting critical hits, mind affecting poison, awareness 2, dex 2. Awareness 10, dex 2 is very powerful. And then that brings Karth to 19 dex. That brings Karth to 19 dex. This says Karth's AC is only 9. Okay, Karth's AC is 21. It's being wrong. Okay. That's good. Basilisk done. Let's go to mission. So we're going to give her the stealth dampener, which I think she already has. That's fine. And then we have an Arcanian heavy pistol. Can we do better than that? No, I don't think we can. Because I think the sonic pistol's useless. Yeah, so we're going to keep going with the Arcanian heavy pistol. Then heavy pistol. Then let's give her an energy shield. And then we'll give her a Mandalorian melee shield. And then for armor, let's go with the Barguin Shadow Armor. And then for her head, we could go Stealth Reinforcement. Just take her stealth to the fucking moon. Or we could go Interface Band. Or let's go Interface Band. Oh, I keep forgetting gloves. Hold on. What's Bastila's glove? We have a +2 strength, which is useful because she has very low strength. Iridu strength amplifier. I think that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. Iridu strength amplifier is good for her. I didn't even look at my own glove. What is my glove? Oh, I'm not wearing a glove. I don't need a glove. My stats are like 1 billion. I have like 1 billion stat points. He has a +2 dex. Advanced stabilizers, blaster bolt deflection +5, dex +3. That could take it... What would that take his dex to if it's +3? Wouldn't that take his dex to 22? Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a +6 dex. That's a +6 dex. I don't think we have armor that enables a +6 dex, though. No, actually, at a +6, his dex is quite literally too high to actually benefit from. Yeah, at a +6, his dex becomes too high to benefit from, as far as AC goes, unless he becomes a Jedi. So let's instead put him in the Achani fiber armor, which I think we can get to a +7 if we upgrade it. And then infiltrator gloves. Yeah, infiltrator gloves. Okay. And then let's go over to Canderous, who we still don't have a better heavy weapon, do we? No, because the only other... No. So we're going to keep him with that. And then +2 reflexes, +2 saves all to strength. You don't really need that. We go Fortitude 3. Yeah, he could use a bonus to his reflexes. So we'll give him an adrenaline amplifier. Now for armor. His dex is low as shit, so we are going to put him in the Cassius Fett armor. Then let's give him an energy shield, and then we'll give him a Sith energy shield. He'll like that. And then stealth reinforcement, no. Sonic, no. Neural, no. Neural's not bad. Davik visor. Let's give him a neural band. And then Dex 1, Strength 1. Let's give him Brejik's Gauntlets for a Dex +1. And then Retinal Combat, immunity to critical hits, immunity to mind affecting, Dex +1. Give him a Dex +1, though. That's a +1/+1, brings his Dex to 15. Gives him a 13 to hit for 13 damage. That's pretty good. Alright, next up, let's go to Juhani. Give her some blue Jedi Knight robes. She's already rocking 2 lightsabers. Brejik's belt. Give her a CNS enhancer, I'm thinking. +2 strength. Give her an energy shield. Give her an Achani shield. Then for head, I'm thinking neural band. Power Blaster awareness. We'll go Neural Band. Strength Stabilizer. Strength +1. We'll give her some Strength Gauntlets. She can't take a Nerve Package. She's done. Now let's go over to Zalbar. He's got a Calrissian Utility Belt. That I think I'm okay with. Now we're looking at swords for him. So we could look at Vibro Double Blade. But I'm actually thinking we're going to go with the Sansiki. Because this weapon is fucking monstrous. So the question is the prototype Vibro Blade better or worse than Mishra's Vibro Blade? It is the same weapon. So we'll give him Mission's Vibro Blade. Can't give him the armor upgrade. We'll give him an energy shield. Give him an Arcanian energy shield. Can't give him headgear. Give him a stabilizer gauntlet. Give him a retinal implant. Poison. Not getting the biostabilizer. Immunity to critical hits isn't bad. Immunity, dex, con. He doesn't need any of that. Let's give him immunity to critical hits. Give him that retinal implant. And then droid, heavy blaster, energy shield level 2. We'll actually give him the Baragwin shield. We have droid heavy plating, which is 9 defense. Let him keep the heavy plating. Have him with a flamethrower on one hand, shield disruptor on the other, security interface for a +2. That's fine with me. Computer probe is a +2. That's fine. And then basic targeting is weapon focus blaster. Awareness 2. Weapon focus blaster. That's fine. You're done then. The only thing we needed to change on you was the Baragwin. And then you're done. That's it. Everyone's equipped. Okay. Now we're going to edit our equipment here. So we have the Sigil Crystal and the Rubit. That's fine. The Bondar and the Rubit. That's fine. And we're out of lightsaber crystals, so the ladies don't get anything else. Okay, perfect. Swords. This is fine. Let's go with the Sansiki. Spec this bastard out to be better than my lightsaber. Then on the missions, we'll give it a +1/+1. Perfect. Then for ranged weaponry, we'll go with Bendex Blaster, which is already decked out. Karst Blaster is already decked out. We'll go with Ordo's Blaster, giving it a +1, and then +1 damage. That's good. Now we're going to go with armor. We'll stick with Cassius Fett, because I think it's by weight. So we'll go +4, +1 strength. Then the Chani will go +2 with resistance. Then the Baragwin can't go +2 for mission, but that's okay. Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Everyone is fully equipped now. Good news, everyone. The boring part's over. Let's check out how everyone's changed. I think he looks a little more blue. Alright. Okay, looking snazzy. Alright. Hell yeah. Okay, looking good mission. Alright, now unfortunately we are reaching the end of the stream just based on time. But don't worry, we started we started a plot line and we're gonna end the plot line. We're gonna take the little girl back to Dantooine before we end the stream. Yeah, the gibberish girl, yeah. Thank you, DLC. You were certainly a ride. Can you imagine if the game crashed right now? And then next time we have to do all of the equipment again. All right. Green Sentient may take a moment of your time. Go ahead. There's a stowaway on my ship by the name of Sasha. This is the most exciting news, Sentient. Are you certain of this? Yes, I am. She only speaks a smattering of Mandalorian, but I was able to figure it out. You've convinced me, Sentient. That stowaway is indeed the one I speak. Would you allow me to see her? Certainly. I'll bring you on my ship. Let us go there. I'm anxious to see her. There, you have aged, young Sentient. I do believe you're indeed the one I speak. I am here to do the thing. I see that Reverend Brea was correct about your linguistic difficulties. I'm positive your parents can assist you with that. Calm yourself, child. I will take you home. Lur Arca Nabads Nu Gisin Lefasa Shasa. Lefasa mi poki lefasa? Ya bristag, yaba abu Reverend Brea. Thank you for your assistance, Sentient. I'm sure the girl's parents will be most appreciative of your efforts. And we got our light side points. Go! My beautiful butterflies. Go! Turn into ghosts as you leave my ship. Oh, nope. He's just completely turned into a ghost. Okay, well, mission accomplished. All right, good job, everyone. And now I'm going to leave you on a stinger. Right before we end, we're going to do one last stinger. We're going to our next planet. Here we go. What planet's it going to be? Oh, we're having a vision. We have arrived on the most iconic of all Star Wars planets. We've made it to Tatooine. I don't think that's controversial to say Tatooine is the most iconic Star Wars planet, right? I hate sand. I think that's accurate. I don't know what I would put over
This has
that.
given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was inside of some kind of cave.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world.
So we do have a non-patch mod
become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
in this game that is specifically related to Dantooine. Not really the most iconic, but I always like the look of Naboo. Naboo's like underwater area is pretty cool. I'll give you that. But no, if I were to say most iconic Star Wars area, I would go with Tatooine. And I think the only thing that could theoretically give it to a run for its money would be like Kashyyyk or maybe Coruscant. But like if you show me an image of like Kashyyyk or Coruscant and you don't have any alien species in it, I don't know if I'd be able to tell you Star Wars. You show me an image of fucking Tatooine with the two suns in the background, I'll be like, oh, that's fucking Tatooine. Are you kidding me? Like, I feel like Tatooine is just like... I feel like Tatooine is definitive Star Wars, and it's such an important location in the history of Star Wars, right? It's where, like, Anakin was born. It's where he killed all of those Tusken Raiders. It's where, like, New Hope starts. It's where Luke was raised. It's where The Mandalorian takes place, I think. It's where that fucking Boba Fett show takes place. I think they go there in Rebels. I think Rebels might even start on Tatooine. Like, even if we're just talking, like, modern Star Wars canon, that's where Rey lives at the end of Last Jedi, I think. I think she goes to Tatooine. Not Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker, I think she goes to Tatooine. Or she goes to her own shitty desert planet. But I think it's Tatooine. So... yeah, Tatooine, I would say, is like the... even though in-universe, Tatooine is a fucking garbo planet full of sand that everyone hates. To the history of the series, to the lore of the series, I would say that probably Tatooine is the most iconic and important Star Wars planet. But anyway, we're going to Tatooine. We have a specific mod related to this. So in the original Xbox version, whenever you kill a Tusken Raider, they will drop their clothing. Or at least one of them will drop their clothing. And for whatever reason, this was actually patched out in the PC version. And so I have a mod that puts it back in. Like the Xbox ability to get clothes from people ambushing you. We'll see how it works out. It's the only non-patch mod, but I guess it kind of is a patch, that we have. So I guess we'll see how it works next time. But yeah, we usually only do this equipment run once every 3-4 streams, so we're done. We're not doing it next time. Actual, legitimate story progress will be made on the next stream. Look forward to that. We're gonna have a good time. Everyone's gonna love it, and that is going to be on Friday. Hope you looking forward to it. We're playing some real Star Wars, but anyway, yeah, hopefully everyone had fun. Made Wholesome Bone, thanks for stopping by. I've been Sacrabalic, your Envoy of Hope. Bye-bye. And once again, do not show up to the Tuesday stream. There's no benefit. It's gonna be a bad time. It's not even gonna be entertaining. I might not even acknowledge you've came, okay? Like, seriously, just ignore the Tuesday stream.